It's How to Be German, step 85, reject patriotism. One of the greatest things about living here is that patriotism is largely verboten. Germans, rather than being proud of modern, successful Germany, have instead decided to remain healthily suspicious of patriotism, treating it like a travelling salesman that's arrived unannounced at their door. Fourth biggest economy in the world, 1 million refugees accepted, Apfelsaftschorler, am I right? I'm right. We're the good guys, folks. Go team us. Here, take a German flag. Knowing that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. They're not just going to open their door and their hearts and their homes, inviting patriotism in for cafe and kuchen. No. For while Germany is mostly good today, it has been bad, and it can still be better. It's in many ways a project, like the BER airport, that will probably never be finished and is already running a large, in this case, moral deficit. So what is there really to celebrate, and what role did they play in any of its previous successes or present successes anyway? They live here only because of an accident of birth or a luxury of geographic freedom, just like the rest of us, just like me. So let's just stop all this gushing and praising, they think. However, there is one time when this otherwise very sensible anti-patriotism policy is completely, utterly abandoned. Yep, you've probably guessed it. It's during major football events. Germany has decided that rather, unlike the usual year-round trigger of national pride favoured by most countries, it's going to save up all its self-love and release it in one short, sharp flood every 2 years, when the whole nation falls under a collective patriotic fever, a sort of National Patriotismus Krankheiten. The contrast is huge. You go from looking like, well, this, to this. Outside on the streets, you go from seeing no German flags to suddenly seeing them on every car flapping out from the balconies or smeared on the cheeks of people's faces, to having inebriated strangers shout "Sland" in your face as if this were normal or a word. And then it ends. Germany often wins. No one brags about this. I mean, we were not involved after all. We did not score the winning goal. We merely got drunk and sang songs. National Patriotismus Krankheiten fever lifts as quickly as it came. It's like the country is an alcoholic waking up from a bender and trying to piece together, where they are and what they've done, looking down in disgust at their stained clothes and flagger. Where are we? How much did we spend? We said what? We said Schland? But that's not a word. Faces are washed, flags are taken down, people return to work. Overt displays of patriotism become forbidden once again. Normal life resumes until the next outbreak of National Patriotismus Krankheiten 2 years later in the Euros. Schland!